Hello everyone, my name is Tier Howell. I'm sorry that I didn't get to do the first video or comment on anyone's. I had my teeth pulled and I recently just had surgery and I have to have surgery again next week, so please bear with me. Please, I'm so tired, so I'm sorry, I'm sorry if I messed up, but the research that I found most interesting to me was Depressive Realism and Non-Depressive Optimistic Illusions, The Role of the Self by Lauren, Jean, Lynn, and Benjamin. I found this interesting because I suffer from depression and like everyone around me has to deal with me, I guess, to a certain extent, and just everyone who's not depressed around me, and just I guess comparing myself to them and everything. So like this was just interesting to me. That they had in the article were are all depressed people unrealistically negative. The major thesis of our chapter is that the view of depression and non-depression is overly simplistic and may possibly be wrong. So yeah. The first question, are all depressed people unrealistically negative? When I seen this, I thought to myself, like, I instantly thought, yeah, we are. Like, everything that we think could go wrong, like, we'll just think negatively, and that's like the first thing that we do. We just think of the first thing that goes bad. Say that we failed a test or something, and we're gonna think, oh man, we're a failure for the rest of our life or something, or if we failed a class. So like, just that was a great research question to me. Hypothesis: um, depressed individuals in inferences about themselves and their experiences are unrealistically negative, extreme, and distorted. The phenomenon of depressive realism also has the potential to build a bridge between experimental and clinical psychology. Study, I mean, the study has college students who were mildly depressed and students who were also not depressed at all. So they compared the two students on the campus. Normal non-depressive individuals' information processing is hypothesized to be realistic and free from cognitive biases. Was that the students would press the button and observe whether the button controlled a light coming on. Yeah, and it was the mildly depressed students and the students who were not depressed who were observing whether the button controlled a light coming on. There were that, like, surprisingly, the depressed students were quite accurate in estimating their degree of control, and like yeah, this surprised the people who were doing the research. It was the non-depressives whose judgments were distorted, meaning they were exaggerated. They exaggerated their control. Despite their preoccupation, mildly depressed people also are more in tune to their feelings and often more accurate in their memories and judgments. And among theorists and investigators of psychopathology in particular, the findings of depressive realism and their interpretation have been especially controversial. My conclusions were that, like, I agree with the article a lot to a certain extent. So, most people, but not all people, are unrealistically negative, and I believe that depressed individuals are more in tune with their feelings because we are always thinking about our feelings and like how sad we are, or like how we feel. Like we notice when we're not depressed. Like, so say something changes our depressive mood, so like we'll notice like, oh wow, like that just changed my mood from being sad to happy. So I don't know, I really like the article a lot, and